Here's a cup holder that I'm designing for a wrought iron chair. This is a model of it in SolidWorks. It's a transparency. You can sort of see the inner features as it rotates around. And next I'm going to show, this is the 3D printed simulation of the part. It's called the 80mm holder, and that's due to the diameter, the inside diameter of the cup holder. And it's also got a little angle to it because the part that it clicks onto on the wrought iron chair is at an angle. So here I'm just starting off drawing it on the fly. I'm making the inner diameter, of course it's 82, giving it a few millimeters extra. And next I'm extruding it. This is the basis of the design here. And then next I'm going to be drawing the angled attachment for it. And so here I'm drawing some lines that I can reference, and I'm going to tell that to be 10 millimeters offset there. And then I'm going to be sketching a surface that I can then extrude and draw on and work off of, that's at an angle that's different than the angle of the cup holder. So there I've got a rectangle drawn at an angle, and I'm going to extrude it in 2 dimensions, and then I'll be working off of that surface. And I'll whittle it away as I go. I just wanted something to work off of that's the proper angle. So now I'm working on the back of that, that's at an angle. I'm going to cut in the 13mm hole there, giving it a little extra clearance. And that's the part that's going to slip down onto the wrought iron chair. And then I'm just going to connect the 2 pieces together with a little bit of sketching. And basically I have to sketch some parts and then extrude them and join them. That will join them up. I'm just kind of doing this sort of freehand. Don't really have any numbers I'm working on other than the dimensions of the cup and the dimensions of the wrought iron chair stub that sticks up. The rest of the stuff I'm just kind of winging it. So right now I'm just drawing a sketch that I'm going to be extruding, and there it is. It's extruded into the 2 parts, and so it joins them together. And so from here I'm going to be filling in the bottom of it, and I'm going to put a hole in the bottom so any spilled liquids could drop out. And I decided to extrude it up into the cup instead of out of it, so I'm going to go back and change that because I want a flat surface. It's basically for when I'm running it through the 3D printer, it's just a lot better to not have it be that way. And here I was thinking about putting in a upper ring that's larger. And then after I saw it, I decided I didn't like it, so got rid of it and decided to just put 4 posts in so it could sort of guide the cup in as you're putting it in. And also if you've got a cup with a ring on it, it won't be in the way as much. So I'm just sketching 4 posts that I'm going to extrude up. And not sure how I can't remember. I think I extrude them up 13 millimeters. We'll see in a minute. Right now I'm just centering them up and getting them so they don't overlap with the extrusions. And I think that's about it. Got it. There we go. Yeah, it's 13 millimeters up. And then I'm going to round that over. And so the next part, I'm sketching on the back of this. I really want to get rid of the bulkiness of it. So I'm going to be sketching some pieces that I'm going to extrude away or cut away. And so that's all this is about right here. Just drawing some parts, drawing a sketch of parts that are going to enclose that's going to be erased. And so there it goes right there. I'm going to extrude, cut that, and trim it down a little. And then from here on out, it's basically rounding over the edges and doing some chamfering and fillets just to kind of round it off and get rid of the sharp edges. And sometimes the fillet radius is too large for the part, so I have to come back and change it up. I'm just kind of looking it over right now. Or maybe I got interrupted, I can't recall. So here we go, we're just starting to throw in fillets or fillets, just to get rid of the sharp edges. I round it over more on the top than on the bottom because it's you get a better result with the type of 3D printer that I'm using. If you round it over too much on the bottom, it leaves it pretty rough and you have to do some sanding. But I expect in the future, when the 3D printers get better and less expensive, won't be that much of an issue. But right now, when you're, or at least when I'm doing designs that I know will be 3D printed, a big consideration of it is the process that it's going to be 3D printed in. And sometimes you want to, select the process that's going to result in a working part. So I'm just going through there and putting in the radiuses and the finishing touches on it. Yeah, I think that's about it right there.